Operating a UK restaurant in 2026 means navigating an incredibly hostile economic environment. Kitchens are being squeezed from every possible direction by rising wages, escalating energy bills, and punishing business rates. To understand why rising costs are dangerous, look at how a restaurant's total revenue is divided. Prime cost, food, beverage, and labor, consumes roughly 65%. Subtracting rent and overhead leaves a razor-thin net profit margin of 3 to 6%. The margin of error is microscopically small. If a kitchen fails to monitor daily expenses, the slightest increase in supply costs will instantly wipe out their entire profit capability. Despite these brutal margins, tracking daily costs relies heavily on analog methods, collecting physical paper invoices and manually typing the data into static spreadsheets. This analog process creates a massive physical bottleneck. Highly skilled executive chefs and finance managers end up acting as manual data clerks, wasting up to 20 hours every single week entering numbers by hand. The modern supply chain is incredibly volatile, with ingredient prices fluctuating on a daily basis. Meanwhile, manual data entry usually happens in batches at the end of a busy week or month. Attempting to manage daily, dynamic cost fluctuations using static, retrospective spreadsheets creates a fatal operational blind spot. To see exactly how this blind spot destroys profitability, imagine a scenario where a supplier unexpectedly raises the price of a critical, high-volume ingredient by a few pence. The failure begins the moment the delivery truck arrives. The goods are unloaded, and the paper invoice documenting that new, higher price gets tossed onto a spike or into a desk drawer to be dealt with later. Completely unaware of the price hike, the kitchen continues to prep and sell dish after dish containing that ingredient. They are charging the old menu price while paying the new cost. Fast forward to Sunday night. The chef finally sits down in the back office, pulling out a massive stack of delayed paper invoices to manually type days of data into a master spreadsheet. By the time those spreadsheets are processed into an accountant's month-end report, weeks have passed. The restaurant has been silently losing money on a core menu item for almost an entire billing cycle. The true financial danger here comes directly from the operational lag time. Managers are forced to fly blind, bleeding cash while waiting for the paperwork to catch up. Now, let's rewind to the exact moment that delivery arrived. But this time, the kitchen is equipped with an automated management platform. Instead of hitting a desk spike, the physical invoice is scanned the second it comes through the door. The document is instantly digitized, completely eliminating the need for future manual data entry. This diagram shows how the platform instantly extracts the line item data from that scan and compares it against historical price logs. When the new price of the ingredient registers higher than the baseline, the system immediately flags the discrepancy. Because the system integrates directly with the restaurant's point-of-sale software, it constantly tracks gross profit, the percentage of revenue left after subtracting the cost of goods. The software calculates exactly how that single price hike affects the menu, showing the gross profit on a specific dish dropping well below target. The chef receives a live alert before prep even begins. Armed with immediate data, they can substitute the expensive ingredient, push back on the supplier, or adjust the menu price that exact same day. Automation replaces the retrospective autopsy of manual tracking with an active, real-time defense mechanism. Reclaiming 20 hours of weekly data entry allows chefs to stop acting as clerks and resume their roles as strategic menu engineers. With access to live dish costing, culinary teams can actively design high-margin delivery ranges and aggressively promote their most profitable items, rather than blindly chasing top-line revenue without knowing the underlying costs. This chart illustrates the result. By using real-time data to tighten portion control, reduce waste, and renegotiate contract, operators cut food costs by 5%, driving gross profit from a 60% forecast up to 80%. Centralized live dashboards provide ownership with a single view of performance across all their locations, allowing them to scale these data-led decisions confidently across multiple sites. In a hyper-volatile market where operators survive on a 3% margin, relying on historical manual data is a fatal liability. Securing a profitable future requires engineering your costs in the present.